Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today we are back with some more Peglin. Last episode we took some more attempts of default Peglin Crucible 20 and fortunately ended up short, but we did have some fun builds there. But today we are definitely doing a fun build because someone in our live chat here, Eugene Phoenix, came up with the idea of an avatar Peglin, and starting with some orbs and relics and stuff that we kind of changed it. We actually asked our chat here, we had our chat help us decide what we were going to start with to fully represent the avatar, and this is what we have here. So we obviously have Infernorb for fire, Icicle as water. There were some other potential good choices, but I think Icicle is going to be a good one. Water bending, ice bending. Bramball, I had some people say Boldor, but I think Bramball to me represents Earth the best. And then we have Ekorb for air. Air was the hardest to kind of feel like what we wanted to represent, but we're going to use Ekorb to represent us. And we're going to replace our starting relic with the magnet, and Abertube put it in a good way to almost emulate the bending, right? As the things kind of move and don't go the way they are. Thematically, that is us doing our avatar bending here, and we are going to become the avatar and see if we can beat Crucible 20 here. Happily going to start off with Round Guard here as well. Don't really have any particulars. I'm not forcing myself into any build. Actually, you know what I will do? I'm not going to take anything unless logically I can say it thematically makes sense with one of the bending, right? So if I can't, if I find it like egg, right? I don't know how I'm going to describe that egg is bending, right? So we're so I will say that we're only going to take things that I can describe to myself as bending. Now here, I actually don't think I want to echo or actually no, I'll do that. Now the bending is already acting very, very weird here. Now, ooh, I actually didn't want to get that because now we're not gonna be able to buy anything, not gonna be able to upgrade anything. Like as an example, Forbification, I don't know what, that wouldn't be an avatar relic. The poison wouldn't be that. Lightning I could take because lightning is fire bending, but we don't have any money, so we won't be taking that here. Just gonna hope to go to the left here. Doesn't. Okay, that's actually fine. That's perfect. Because now we can go over here, get even more money here. And, never mind. Okay, we got a lot of money. Did take some damage here. Do a TTG guarantee? I don't know about, I don't know about a TTG guarantee here yet. My Caborbages. Egg is spirit bending. Egg is life. Also, egg is filled with water. The relics I'm gonna take. I don't care. I'm gonna take the relics. Bombs activate nearby pegs when detonated. The rule only applies to orbs, right? I can be particular with orbs. I'm not gonna make that rule with relics. Just so y'all know here. Okay. We're using the fire bending here. It is already weird. It feels like we're doing some bending here with the magnet. It does. It does. Also, we don't have to have any pebbles to remove. Obviously, we have the Terraball and the Horrible as part of being on Crucible 20. Bombs are indeed combustion bending. Yeah, everyone's gonna just be trying to come up with reasons that they match. But man, Magnet's doing very, very nice. Very, very nice. Because also, yeah, it does pull in to bombs as well, which is kind of nice. So just making sure we have money. Obviously just gonna try to upgrade. Also, we're fighting the mole. So, but overall, I mean, these 4 orbs, especially Ekorb and Icicle, we got some good orbs here, you know? So we're gonna just go ahead and probably, I'm gonna just upgrade Ekorb. And I'm gonna save the rest of my money to potentially go to the shop here. After this elite fight, we'll kind of see how it performs here for us. So unfortunately, having an Ekorb first isn't really what we're looking for here. Gotta say, not really what I'm looking for. Speaking of Avatar, I myself have seen all of Avatar. I've seen all of, oh geez, okay. I've seen all of Avatar. I read some of the comics after Avatar. I haven't read them all. I watched all of Legend of Korra. I am very, very excited. I'm not going to save my money. I'm very, very excited for the new Avatar that's coming out. A lot of people say they don't like Korra. I don't think Korra is as good as the first Avatar. But anybody that says it's trash, that's a dumb opinion. It's a very dumb opinion, in my opinion. I think Korra is very good. You just can't expect it to be as good as Avatar. It's really cool to see. In Korra, you see a lot of the original Avatar shenanigans. Also, fucking great orbs for this elite fight. But Avatar is really good. If you haven't seen Avatar, check it out. But yeah, we're trying to do an Avatar build. So we've got a bunch of different... we got a fire, water, air, and earth orbs. And we're only going to take orbs that we can thematically explain why they should be there. Relics, I don't care. Avatar the last Orbender. I think Avatar the Orbender is good. Avatar, I get it. It's arc. It's a good pun. Dude, magnet, dude, I can feel the bending. I can feel the bending. Dude, having magnet already is actually kind of crazy. Ick, who likes Korra? True Avatar fans. True Avatar fans. Watched all of Korra. I hated it. The only parts of Avatar that I don't like is the love triangle shit at the beginning. I don't like the love triangle stuff. Now, the question is Restorb bending? What would I want Restorb? What would Restorb fall into? What would Restorb fall into? Water? Water bending is healing? Oh, true. Waterbenders can heal. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Korra is what happens when studio execs interfere with writing. What was the studio executive stuff? I don't know the development of Korra. Also, I just fucking knocked down a hornet's nest here saying that I like Korra, I guess. What did the executives have to do with Korra? And I love in Korra how you get to see the first Avatar. It shows a lot of first Avatar. Do I like that it's like villain of the week so much per season? Not as much, but like once again, I think if you compare anything to Avatar is gonna beat out anything. Also, definitely gonna take double bombs here. To go with enhanced gunpowder. If you compare anything to Avatar, it's not gonna be good. Right? But yeah, I don't know. I thoroughly like Korra. I love being able to see how the Avatar and how the world progresses into more technology, right? With the steampunk, I love the steampunk kind of stuff with the steam engines and that kind of stuff. I genuinely like a lot of the villains. I genuinely like Korra. I know a lot of people hate Korra because she's just complaining all the time, but would you not complain if you were put in that position? Once again, I like all the characters besides fucking, I hate the love triangle stuff in season 1. I don't like that. They kept changing their mind on target audience and going from 1 season Korra to 3 seasons instead. I'm not saying you're not telling the truth. I'm just saying, do we know for a fact that happened, or is that just based off of the way we feel because of it kind of being villain of the weeky, right? I don't know. Korra was failed by the too deep message? What's the too deep message? What? I'm so confused. The love triangle got exponentially worse in season 2. I don't remember that. I remember it mostly being over in season 1, but I haven't seen Korra in a while, so I guess I can't say for sure. Love triangle, that type of shit is always my least favorite stuff in an anime or show or whatever, you know. Would I complain if I had the ability to obtain godlike powers? No. That's not all that happens. You have like the fate of the fucking earth and planet on your fucking shoulders. There's a lot more pressure that comes with that than just getting the fucking thing. I think it's awkward that all of Korra's love interests were in her same friend group. I feel like that's somewhat normal. I feel like most people just meet people in their friend groups. Korra was stuck in the past, thus she was inflexible in the new modern world. If I fail and die, I don't care because I'm dead. Well, then you've just doomed all of everyone. Right? Man, I don't know. I don't like it. I also dislike it when shows focus too much on unnecessary romantic subplots. Yeah, that wasn't my favorite part. Is it enough for me to hate Korra? No, though. I love the shit she went through, right? Showing that it's not not an easy thing to do, right? It's not an easy thing to do to be expected to be this avatar person, you know? Because to be honest, and there was a little bit of struggling with Aang. Aang did not struggle that much. He did struggle, don't get me wrong. He did. A lot. Compared to fucking Korra, though, like, it felt way more realistic with her and her getting her powers. And obviously we're going to be, I'm sure, spoiling some stuff as we talk about it. So if you haven't seen all this stuff, I don't know. Cookie. But like, yeah, losing the connection to the other avatars and then having to do the whole thing and then learn, like us, the viewers, getting to learn what happened with the first avatar. Like, I love that shit. I love that shit. It's been quoted by the writers that that's what's happened. Well, it's good to know. I did also extra refresh. I'm happy about that. I just felt I thought it felt villain of the weeky. I didn't think that each of the seasons drastically felt different, but I might be wrong on that. I don't know. Also, we're gonna duplicate our Restorb because hell yeah, we are. We got 2 level 3 Restorbs. But yeah, Air was a master airbender before his journey. Well, yeah, because he was a monk and stuff, and by that point, right, aren't most of the fucking airbenders wiped off the face of the fucking planet? So it like makes sense why Korra kind of struggles with her airbending journey, you know? It makes sense Aang didn't struggle because he did grow up in the airbending society, you know? So I don't know why that pierced or why that didn't pierce. Why because I didn't want it to pierce, but I don't know why I was able to force that to be a not piercing. She was also expected to be civil despite having a crazier temper that wasn't controlled or disciplined. People say that it's because she and Aang were in eras that were the opposite to what their personalities were. Aang would be a good diplomat for the Republic City, and Korra would willingly beat Ozai's ass. But I feel like that's not a good enough excuse for her being so disrespectful towards most people. Was she disrespectful to most people? I think she was just hot-tempered. I don't know. Korra was a master of 3 elements before her journey. So she just struggled with that and then struggled with the connection of her air stuff. So, and once again, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen these. Also, we're going to go ahead and upgrade Icicle here to help murder the tree. They were told to write for 1 season, then after it was successful, they wanted another season and then another. However, with Aang, they had 3 seasons from the drop. And they could write accordingly. And that's a good explanation why it felt villain of the weeky. I think it worked out though. I think it did though, you know? Also, we're gonna remove the Terra Ball. I'm getting rid of my avatar trauma here. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Avatar and Korra, I know not everybody agrees with me. I think if you're a true, see, maybe I shouldn't just say statements like this. Maybe this is what gets me in trouble. But I think if you're a true Avatar fan, like a true fucking Avatar fan, and you've read the comics or read some of them or watched all of the show, and you just genuinely fucking want more Avatar content, you would enjoy Korra. I don't know. Once again, I know that is apparently an unpopular opinion, but like, I don't know, if you like Avatar, getting to see the journey of the first ever Avatar is some of the coolest shit ever. And seeing how Korra loses this connection to all of the previous avatars that Aang had, and her having to figure that shit out, was so fucking cool. And I genuinely liked the villains of the week that there were. Did I like that it was villain of the week? Maybe not so much, but it did allow more room for some of these subplots like the first Avatar to flourish, I think. And once again, just getting to see bending in more of a modern era with more technology was fucking crazy. Like, I'm so curious to see this now next Avatar with even more technology. I think it's good. I think it's good. Also, the comics are wildly hated. Dude, every fucking Avatar fan. What? Also, wait, what? I've not heard that before. The Avatar comics, I have heard nothing but good things about that. But I don't know. Anyone hating the comics is stupid to me too. Also, the comics were incredible, though I haven't read them all. But yeah. Also, okay, what are we gonna think? Gravity is reversed, but ceiling bounce is massively increased. Yeah, I feel like Viridian trinket is the most like bending. We're gonna like throw shit up and then we're gonna like send it back down. We'll do Viridian trinket. It'll make it pretty fun here as well. It'll be fun here. But anyone's just gonna shit on things that aren't the original. That's always the way everything on the fucking planet happens, right? Everyone, whenever they make a fucking TV show based off of a movie, right? Everyone's like, well, or based off of books. Well, this wasn't close enough to the books, right? Or whatever it is. Like, people just hate things that aren't the original, and I think that will never change. I think that'll never, ever, ever, ever change. People will hate this new Avatar, regardless of whether it's good. If it's a little bit too kid-y, people are gonna be like, oh my God, this is a kid show. The old ones weren't kid shows. Like, no, they were. You were just a kid when you watched it, and now you're an adult trying to watch a kid show because you liked Avatar, and now you're mad that it's a kid show, even though they've always been kid shows, albeit more mature than most kid shows, right? But, we're gonna dash through the flames. People are gonna hate it regardless. I truly believe that. It could be good or bad. It's not gonna matter. There's gonna be people that hate it. Korra lost me in season 1, and I missed the history lesson while only catching a few random episodes my kids watched. Season 1 is honestly not my favorite, but season 2 and season 3 of Korra, in my opinion, make up for it. Which is funny that they were originally only going to have one season. Okay. Well, I gotta say, so far, we're doing pretty good. But obviously, we'll have to see if that keeps on keeping on. I will say the relics that we have are really good. We got some really good relics here. We're building up our max HP as well. TTG, people are allowed to not like large chunks of franchises they otherwise love. They're still true fans. The difference is you're a casual enough viewer to not scrutinize over more questionable parts. I don't know. The vitriol that Korra gets, right? It's not just not loving something. It's not that I'm telling people that if they're fans, they're not allowed to not love something. It's that people hate Korra with like the passion of a million fucking suns. Like it's crazy the hate Korra gets. And I don't think that's fair. Is it fair to not like it? Sure. And once again, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just someone talking on the internet. But like, I don't think Korra deserves even a fucking ounce of the hate it gets. Does it deserve a half an ounce of some not likingness? Then maybe. But I think it's just Avatar sets such a standard. It's so good, right? Okay, also, what do we got here? What do we got? Unicorn horn. I feel like a bender would be able to predict things a little bit better. And you know what? As much as I'd like to remove something, I'm going to say pocket sand is a perfect example of earthbending, even though we're not really doing that with relics, but we're kind of doing it. Whatever. It's fun. I have hope for the new series, but most Avatar content outside the original just failed to capture my attention and interest like the original, likely because I grew up and became more critical. I think that's fair. The comics are incredible too. The first comic after Avatar is some of the most nuanced content you can get. Also, duplicate all orbs, sure. Sure. is some of the most nuanced Avatar content you can get, because spoiler alert, like everything, the story of the first comic in Avatar is obviously in Avatar they kill the Fire Lord, Zuko, I'm forgetting characters' names, but the Firebender that takes over, that's Avatar's friend, right? In the show, is it Zuko? I'm having a stroke. But in that, he tells Aang, hey, Zuko, yeah. Zuko tells Aang in the original show, if I ever become like my father, fucking kill me. Promise you will fucking kill me if I'm like my Fire Lord dad, right? And the first comic that takes place, I have it physically. The first comic, or not, whatever, disabling the Fire Lord, right? Making him not the Fire Lord anymore. Start a battle game, Mustard Cole. So Aang has made this promise to Zuko that he will fucking take out Zuko if he becomes like his father. Also, we got more more sand from earthbending. And so the first comic, now this was going to be content. The comics were, I believe, going to be content that was going to be made into the show if it got more seasons. It just unfortunately didn't get more seasons. So but the first comic, I keep saying it. So you have this promise that Aang has made Zuko, and the plot of the first comic is there is some genuine territory there's a genuine disagreement between some of the Fire Nation and some Earth Nation or something like that. I don't remember the specifics. There's a genuine nuanced situation going on. So then Aang thinks that, oh shit, well, is Zuko going crazy already? Do I need to take out Zuko? And Zuko starts having this fucking existential crisis because he's like, I genuinely don't think I'm the bad guy. I genuinely think I'm good for the decisions that I'm making right now. But Aang's telling me that I'm not, and he starts having an existential crisis of what's going on because he's trying to do what's right. He's trying to not be like his father. And it's just so good. It's so good and nuanced. And I don't know. The comics are really good, in my opinion. But I haven't read all of them, but I definitely have read the first one, though. An Avatar-themed Peglin episode makes you a true fan. TTG on 2x speed sounds crazy. Yeah, I feel like I talk in general on 2x speed. 2x speed's a little bit crazy there, actually. The Promise comics are great. I think it really should have been longer because decolonization's pretty complicated. The Surge comics are good, okay. Rift and Smoke and Shadow are meh. I've just realized a lot of my favorite content creators will go on tangents completely unrelated. Well, we are on a Peglin thing. You know what? Spinfection? Nah. That's nah, we're not gonna do, that's too close to bloodbending. I wish they would turn the comics into new seasons of the show. Yeah, I think that was the original intention. That was the original intention. So, also, get rid of our pebbles. Let's fucking go. So, I don't know. I will say, I'm sure I probably am more of a casual Avatar fan than a lot of you guys. If you guys have, But, but justice for Korra. That's all I have to say. The rant can be over. I just gotta say, justice for Korra, man. Korra got shit on way more than it deserved. In my humble opinion. Okay, we're gonna do some little airbending. Dude, I needed to get a bald cap, man. That would have been good. I need to get more props. I'm slowly collecting props for my content. Right? If you guys didn't see the last Holding On video, that's the reason we got this pirate hat. I need a bald cap. I need a bald cap. That's what I need. Okay. Look at that bending. Look at that bending. Also, I do think this board is really, really good for the Viridian trinket. Look at all this beautiful bending we're doing here. Also, the animation in Korra was interesting. It was definitely a lower frame rate style of animation, but the... so it took a little bit of time to get used to that lower frame rate, but I genuinely really enjoy the animation in Korra too. Should put together a forum where people can submit ideas for props. Well, I feel like a lot of the times I want a reason for the prop. But that'd be an interesting oh, nice, the blind there. That would be an interesting rip. A thing is like a donation, like almost like, you know, anyone that does a donation over $250, there's text to speech. But like, oh, at any point in time, if you donate a certain amount of money, you can just tell me to go put on like a fucking hat or a costume or something. In the comics, the Avatar invented vacuum bending. I don't remember that. That might have been in one of the ones I haven't seen. Is that true? And then it became a forbidden because it was too brutal of a technique. The blind giving you plot armor like both avatars. Hey, another restore! You can never have too many of them. You can never have too many of them. Okay. Haglin Satchel or Cursed Mask? Does Cursed... I feel like Cursed Mask, you know what? I'm on my Avatar adventures and I find some mask. Isn't vacuum bending what Zahir did in Legends of Korra? I do remember someone doing a forbidden technique. Like I said, it's been years. I wasn't a kid when I watched them. I actually wasn't a kid when I watched either of them. I only saw a couple episodes of Avatar as a kid. It wasn't until I was like 17, 18 that I watched both Avatar and Korra. And I need to, Caitlin, my fiance, saw Avatar, really liked it, and hasn't seen Korra. So at some point in time, we tried to rewatch the show, Avatar, so we could show Korra, and then we kind of just got stuck and we never really finished Avatar. So I need to just skip Korra to show it to Caitlin. I thought that was how he killed the Earth Empress. She made the air pressure less and more in small areas. Oh yeah, we're already spoiler alerting. Everything's, you could talk about Avatar spoilers here on this episode. But yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Man, I just love mask from when he went to the spirit realm, or the blue spirit mask that Zuko wore. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I do get why people don't enjoy Korra as much as Avatar, obviously. I feel like that's easy to understand. Oh god. I'm just very, very excited to see what the new Avatar is like. I'm not gonna take any of these. I would like to get that, if possible. The chest and then the shop here. Me knowing absolutely nothing about Avatar other than the vague concept of elemental manipulation magic. Hey, I would say it's worth it. I'm sure 99% of people would tell you it's worth it to watch Avatar, and then, you know, half of the people would tell you that you would be better off literally committing Sudoku than watching Korra. But for my money, I'd say if you like Avatar, in not just enjoying the show, because I think it's easy to enjoy the show. Maybe I should clarify. If you just enjoy Avatar because it's like one of the best kids shows on the planet, right? Then, you know, maybe you won't like Korra. But if you like Korra because of the world and the lore and everything to do with all of that, then I think there's a good chance you'll like Korra. As long as you don't expect it to live up to the expectations that Avatar provides. Also, adventuring. Sure, I did some adventure. Picked up a thing. Re-Philosopher's Stone. See, now I'm just picking up treasure. Now I just picked up a bunch of treasure from some evil dude I just killed. All true fans should watch Korra so they can love Aang even more. Didn't realize bomb bending was a thing. Also, who are we fighting? We're fighting Dragon here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, you know what? Bombs, more bombs. More bombs. We have double bombs and 3+ bombs. So I can't remember. Everyone's saying combustion. Oh, creates gold, which is metal. That's earth bending. There you go. What is combustion bending supposed to be based off of? Is that just based off of fire? I'm assuming. Also, dude, 4 restorbs here is making me want to come. Also, fucking daily reminder, everybody, this is not a kid's channel. If you were watching this and you were a kid, you probably should not. Go watch fucking Avatar. That's a kid's thing. Don't watch fucking grown men talk about Peglin and Avatar. Just go watch Avatar. Just go watch Avatar. It's a subset of fire. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, got a pretty fucking OP run. And I think part of it is the start. Part of it is the start, right? But part of it also, I will say, are all these bombs. Enhanced gunpowder, bombulate, now bomb baton. We had fresh bandana. Got some just good relics here in general. Pegs have a 5% chance to refresh into bombs. We got a lot of combustion shit. So we're leaning into that aspect here, I suppose. Now this is our avatar power. We've awakened and we've figured out the avatar power. We figured out our unique avatar power with Infernal Ingot. I don't remember if there was ever a combustion bender avatar. And bombs do more damage. What is this, dude? Yeah, we're this is gonna be this is gonna be after the next earth bending avatar show. They're gonna make the fire bending one, and he's gonna have combustion bending. I know. My dad works for the Avatar, so he tells me things 15 years before they come out, and I can promise you guys that Firebender Avatar will have combustion bending. Combustion bending was forbidden because the way to awaken it. Lava bending from earth bending side was really cool. Yeah, all of the quirky things, right? Like that, the fucking lightning bending, blood bending from water benders is kind of crazy, obviously. Sure, we'll upgrade Bramball. Okay. Yeah, we'll get a mirror orb here. We'll get a mirror orb. Okay. Doing pretty damn good here. Pretty damn good, dude. So many bombs. Why do we have... We have so many bombs, dude. We have so many bombs. We have so many bombs. Okay, and then... Upgrade. Maybe since we won this run so fast, maybe we'll do a bonus run after this. And we will maybe we do a bonus and we'll do a Korra based run, which maybe we'll pick 3 different elements or orbs to represent the different elements, and we won't have an airbending to represent Korra having a hard time with airbending. Because I don't know, dude, we just fucking bodied this run here. Which, once again, I don't even think is all related to... I think starting with Magnet was pretty strong, obviously. It's pretty damn strong. Upgrade that. Whatever. Muster Coal. I feel like we wouldn't take the other one. We just get swole. I feel like the Avatar probably ate some broccoli at some point. We're going to just upgrade Inferno Orb. And we got the dragon here. Oh my god, how much damage was that already? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. 2,000 just from a Restorb right now. Yeah, the enhanced gunpowder shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. The bomb stuff here. Magnet start is strong. Yeah, it really is. Really is. Yeah, we'll do a Korra themed run after this because we won this way too fast. We won this one way too fast. The fact that we have 82 max HP on an Infernal Ingot here as well is crazy. 1,100. I'm into bomb stuff. Yeah, I bought a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook. True story. I didn't finish it. I bought it and I was like annotating it, and I was just honestly getting pissed off with how fucking dumb the Unabomber was. Like he was just a very dumb dude, honestly. Nothing he said made sense. Maybe not nothing, I don't know. He probably had some little bits of things. But here we go. There we go. He's dead. We try limiting all your relics to also have to be justified by bending too. Okay, so we won. The Avatar did Avatar things. He completed his quest. It was actually kind of funny. We fought a fired breathing dragon there. But okay, now we're gonna do Korra. We'll pick rounds just to look a little bit differently here. And we're not gonna give ourselves airbending. Because we're gonna be pre-perfecting the airbending. So we're gonna take different things, right? So we're not gonna take Icicle, right? We're gonna take you know what? We're gonna take, honestly, we'll just take Glass Half Ball, a worse version of the water bending, right? Or of Icicle at least. We'll take Boldorb instead of Bramble for the Earth. Ball Lightning, because lightning bending is more common in Korra. Yeah, but Korra doesn't lightning bend, does she? I don't think Korra did lightning bending. You fought Mole that taught earth bending and Dragon which taught fire bending. So we do need fire bending. Yeah, it has been a long time since I played. Let me see. Fire bending. What could be? She learned metal bending. Okay. I could do one of these metal things here. Yeah, I don't feel like there's anything other based on fire. So maybe we do the lightning to represent fire bending, because otherwise, yeah, we're just gonna do the same one. A Lazorb. A Semball for metal bending. The problem is we can't find them, so we would have to start with an incompleted Semball, which would be pretty OP. We'll do, you know what, just for fun, we'll do Jupitorb as our fire bending. We'll combine the fire bending and metal bending with Jupiter, and we'll give ourselves a horror from all our trauma that we have. We're gonna have 2 horror balls we have to deal with here. We got some big Korra trauma here. Take a doctor because of love triangles. Sure. Sure. I'm gonna make myself have 2 horror balls going up to 3. Yeah, horror ball is our airbending, and we'll take a single doctor to represent the love triangles in Korra. And we'll take off the start and okay. We gotta think of a good thematic rare relic here. Let's do Rainbow Leaf because she was gay at the end. Matryoshka Shell to represent Avatar spirits. That's good too. I want to save that because I want to do a Matryoshka custom class. We'll do. Starting with grinding Monstera is way too OP. I think we're gonna take Heavy Hand because she's pretty hot-tempered, and she's gonna have to learn to deal with it. I'm gonna do that. Doesn't make the most sense. I'm gonna do it though here. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Okay, whenever we reload, refresh the board, gain 1 Delusion for everything thing. That show is pretty heavy-handed in its narrative. You know, and actually, yeah, as much as I like to defend Korra, we're gonna say whenever we reload, refresh the board. She learned how to do some fighting in the waterbending tribe, or whatever. I will say, right, I'm not gonna just defend everything Korra does. I will say some of the lessons that it tries to teach you from the villains of the week, a little bit heavy-handed. It was a little less nuanced. I'll give you that. I will give you that. All right, like I said, Korra's not an incredible show. I just was surprised because I didn't know there was a bunch of Korra hate, and I watched Avatar and I watched Korra both when I was about 16 to 18. I don't really remember. And after watching it and thoroughly enjoying it myself, besides a couple of the things that we talked about, right? I'll upgrade Bold Orb. Right, besides the things that we talked about, right? I didn't really like the love triangle stuff, and I understand that that's a big part of it. And some of the stuff was a little heavy-handed. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed the shit out of it. And it just honestly surprised me to see how much hate Korra had. Out in the world, you know? It was shocking. And I think, to be honest, like I said, I not that people are wrong, but every time people get upset when, this is a slightly separate thing, but when, like, movies or TV shows are different from books, and everyone's complaining and bitching, and it's like, man, dude, like, did you expect this to be like having all of the crazy details that a book would have? Like, a book is long as shit, right? Like, not that there's some reasonable things like, you know, if you're just like, oh man, I wish they did this, or I wish they did this, you know? But I think it's just once it becomes like, just like, you become a hater, right? There's a difference between not liking something and being a hater. Yeah. Also, I will say, starting with just a ton of orbs as well probably is also the pretty OP-ness here. But you know what? Feels like it represents Avatar. I'm okay with being a hater for certain adaptions. Oh shit, we gotta get rid of our waterbending here. Actually, you know what? Oh, the Doctor Orb's so good. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. I want to get rid of glass half ball, but I'm actually not going to allow myself. I'm going to canonically say that because I don't like the love triangle-ness, I'm going to get rid of Doctor Orb, even though we have no chance to get Doctor Orb left. But if we get rid of glass half ball, we have no water bending, right? We have no water bending if I do that. So I can't do that. I can't do that. She did have her bending taken away. She did. She did. But we already don't have airbending. I feel like no matter what I do, I could explain it away in the plot of Korra somehow. But I don't know. It's fair. Like, it's fair. Like, you know, every time people talk about like, you know, video game movies, right? Or when people try to do live action adaptations of anime, I get that most of the time they suck ass, right? But it's like, as an example, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is literally my favorite anime of all time. Number one. Whenever people ask me my favorite animes of all time, Cowboy Bebop, number one. I watched the live action Cowboy Bebop that Netflix made. I watched one episode of it, realized it was not good. It was not a good live action adaptation. It was very bad, actually. So, what I did, me being, I believe, the reasonable, rational person I am, I just did not watch the rest of the episodes. No one else did either. Show got canceled. But I didn't go on Twitter and spend every single waking hour shitting on the Cowboy Bebop live action. I just didn't, right? When I talk to my friends, like, oh, that was pretty bad. Yeah, I agree. That was pretty bad. Oh, man, I sure hope that the One Piece anime is not bad because it's made by the same studio. Yeah, me too. We had a conversation, right? And I think that's the difference between not liking something and being a hater. The second you spend your precious time on this fucking earth just being a hater is like the stupidest and biggest waste of time in your life, I think, right? Like, we have one fucking life. I personally don't think there's reincarnation or an afterlife. I hope I'm wrong. So I believe I have one fucking life. Am I gonna go waste it just going on fucking Twitter and just spending all of my goddamn avatar energy shitting on things and being a hater? The answer's no. The answer's no. And so I think that's the difference, right? Because I have seen people on the internet. You mention Korra, and you can hear the anger in their texts. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Also, we're gonna go ahead. You know what? We're gonna become a really good Earthbender. Duplicate Boldorb. Oh man, I don't know how long that rant was. You're welcome for the rant though. That'll be $10.99. You could have just said live action adaptations in general. Hey, Cowboy or One Piece live action. The One Piece live action is amazing. There is no Avatar live action movie. Yeah, no, it doesn't exist. I honestly, honest to God, I forgot that there was a. I mean, there isn't a Avatar live action, but hypothetically, let's pretend there was. I genuinely actually forgot that existed, and someone had it in the background like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, so I actually had to rewatch half of that as well. And oh god damn, dude, that's bad. That's bad. Right, and I guess the meme, I guess it's almost like a little bit hypocritical, because I guess the inherent meme of pretending something doesn't exist is also being a hater. But I think that's a lot more of a passive haterness than just spending all of your waking energy. Like I have a real good friend, Matthew. And he's gotten a lot better, but like he'll constantly, cause he's really big into anime and TV shows and movies and all that stuff. And so he'll constantly tell me like, oh yeah, dude, like these people were shitting on XYZ on Twitter. Like he'll just keep telling me like all of these horrible people that he's seeing on Twitter. And I'm just always like, why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you going on Twitter and torturing yourself by looking at the comments, right? Like, what do you think of Rango? Is that the one with the the gecko or the lizard or whatever? Let me look it up. I think it is, right? Rango. Yeah, Johnny Depp and Rango. Rango is one of my favorite movies. I love Rango. Rango movie is 10 out of 10. Rango movie is 10 out of 10. I'm already paying you. I ain't paying for a rant. One of the worst movies and movie adaptations in history. There's no Avatar live action movie in Ba Sing Se. Rango's a gecko. Rattlesnake Jake's 10 out of 10 villain. Yeah, Rango's great. So who's ready for the live action Rango? No. I haven't seen a single one of all those Disney live action remakes. I know a lot of people shit on them. I haven't seen any of those. Duplication Station. That'll be like metal bending or whatever. Sure, I guess. Rango's pretty close to live action already. They don't have enough CGI. They need more CGI, like the Lion King movie. Oh, you know what? You know what? I say I'm gonna take the fireballs. I'm gonna learn how to be a better firebender. Sad that the One Piece can't make the characters age like the manga because of the 3 years to make the next one. Well, it's gonna take them a long time to make that stuff anyways, so it kind of inherently will. "101 Dalmatians" with Glenn Close was good, and I stand by it. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them, so I can't speak on that. I just know that's another thing that I don't know, dude. It's just people on the internet are insufferable, honestly. And I know I'm insufferable as well a lot of times, but it's like the only time I hear people talk about the live actions Disney movies, it's just people like fucking spewing shit out of their fucking ass for their mouth. Like, it's like, and not that maybe some of those opinions are incorrect, but it's once again, why spend your energy and time on this planet bitching? Right? There's reasonable things to bitch about. The state of politics, the state of the world, right? Like sometimes, like there's real things. I'm not saying bitching in general is not good. There's a time and a place for, you know, some good complaining, good justified complaining. But the amount of like people that like create like fan pages on TikTok to like shit on stuff, and also I think Korra's gonna die. I think Korra may in fact die. We have to accept that. I know a lot of people would be very happy with that. I wouldn't. I like Korra. Shit. Hi, what the fuck? Okay, I got some damage there. I'm so hyped for the new One Piece live action series, though. Problem is Jupitorb doesn't do any damage. I think we're dead. I think Korra's dead. Korra has died. Korra has died. As the internet. You know what? I think that's the best way to end this here too. I think this is the best thing to do to represent how people on the internet feel about Korra. I think Disney recently decided the live action remakes are a mistake and they won't keep making them after they're done with the ones in production. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in seeing that. Oh man. Oh man. I think people forget that the ferocity in their arguments also deter people away. Looks like Korra dies early in this universe. Oh man, Peglin showing their bias on the avatar. Yeah, maybe, in this alternate universe, yeah, freaking, Peglin, or Korra got killed here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a very weird episode of Peglin. Probably the most themed episode around us talking about something else. So, for those of you guys that don't know anything about Avatar, I hope this was still entertaining for you. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe, ring that bell like what the big boy YouTubers say to be notified when more Peglin videos come out. Go watch Korra and Avatar if you haven't. Hot take. If you gave up on Korra after the first season, this is my recommendation to try it again with an open heart. If you're going to be grinding out some Peglin on your own, then I wish you guys luck, and I'll see you all next time.